Hello there, Capricorn. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your April 2022 career and money tarot reading. So we'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we're going to move to the tarot for more details about any obstacles on your path or any advice that Spirit has for you. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, subscribing. All those things help to get my message out to more people. Okay, so Capricorn, let's see what you have in store this month. Let's see what you have in store. Your animal spirit, wolf spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. You know, this is taking those lessons that you have learned from the past, whether they're in relationships or in your career and money sector or in any area of your life. It's about taking those lessons that you've learned along the way and using that knowledge in order to move yourself in a really lovely way in your career and money sector, like bringing in the success that you are looking for or finding the clarity that you are looking for in your career and money sector. So let's see what your Moonology card is. This is a lovely energy to start with. A time for healing, balsamic moon. Yeah, I feel as if you have done the healing, Capricorn. You've gone within, you've taken a look at what has happened to you in your relationships, career, money, your different sectors of your life, and you've healed them. It's almost as if I feel like you're backing up from all of the knowledge, the wisdom that you have gained through the years, that you're kind of almost seeing a big picture, how your relationships, your career, your money sector, how they're all somewhat related. Like when you really look at your relationships, whether it's family, friends, co-workers, whatever, you can start seeing similar patterns of behavior, similar belief systems that you have, the way that you value yourself, your relationship, your work. You're starting to see how all of that is interconnected. And you're healing from that because it's all of a sudden, I feel like you're getting a little bit of an epiphany about what direction to go in your life. I feel like you're making a change. The honoring path. Yeah. The message I was getting earlier and kind of taking a moment to reflect on is the fact that what you're understanding is that you have given so much, especially in your career and money sector. You have given so much. You've been very generous with your time, your energy, your resources. And what you're understanding now is that it's time for you. It's this energy of stepping into, oh, wait a minute. I've given away a lot, and now it's time for me to honor my own path. This energy of understanding, it's almost as if you're starting to understand that your worth, how you value yourself, and how you value the things that you have in your life and your relationships, that you almost are going to have a new set of eyes, is the way they're saying it, set of eyes to look at those things in your life, because what you're doing is you're starting to recognize it all comes from you first. You see how it says the honoring a path? You notice how this person is up on like a stage and everybody is applauding this person. But it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of confidence in order to be able to step out on that stage and to perform in some way, right? And that's performing your special given skills and talents. And it's almost as if you have to be able to honor yourself before you can be honored by others. And I feel like that's a total switch. Whereas before you thought if you gave and gave and gave to the audience, which are the people in your life, right? that if you gave and gave to them, that they would honor you. But now what you're starting to recognize is that if you have to first be in a position to honor yourself, to understand that you are worthy of being honored, that you understand that your skills and talents are so unique and yet at the same time so needed by everyone. So it's like this energy of stepping into who you truly are and honoring yourself so that you can then also be honored by others. Really interesting, because I feel like this energy has kind of been in your last couple of readings, whether it's a general reading or a love reading or something. It's taking that knowledge of understanding who you truly are and valuing yourself and stepping into that energy and saying, okay, I'm not going to overgive my time, energy, resources to others anymore. Not until I have first filled up my own sense of self. Really lovely energy, because that is one of the hardest lessons to learn, but one of the most valuable lessons, because when we step into that energy of truly loving who we are, that's when we can really shine and share our gifts and talents with others. So let's go to the tarot and get some more details for you. I'm doing a little bit of a different spread. We'll take a look at your overall energy and the main obstacle you'll have in the month of April in your career and money sector. Then we'll look at your strength, and then we'll look at another area that you could perhaps put some more energy into. And then we'll look at your advice from Spirit and then the outcome if you take the advice. But Capricorn, remember, you always have free will. You can always choose to do what you think is best for you. Okay, so let's take a look first at your overall energy. Four of Wands. I love this. You know, this is happy family. But it's also, the Four of Wands is financial stability. It is building a life. Like, I feel like you are building a life that is good for you, Capricorn, right? And realizing that what is good for you, if you first build that financial security, work on yourself, honor yourself, right? Step into this energy of building financial security for yourself. It will actually have a ripple effect and also help your family too, or those that you care about, or your community, or the world, right? It's understanding that until you have your own sense of value about who you are and what you have to offer to the world, you can, until you have that, you can't really build this stability for yourself. Really interesting. Nine of Cups, really starting to learn that you have to go after what you really want in life. And then once you do that, you'll have the time, the energy, the patience, the resources in order to help others too. Because Capricorn, I'm getting this true sense of wanting to give more to others. You may feel a little bit frustrated that you can't kind of share more with others in a way. There's this sense that, you know, you're really striving to have financial security in your own life. And yet at the same time, wanting to help others. So let's see what your obstacle is. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. I was getting this sense, you know, a sense that you don't have enough. It's interesting because you actually have enough. With the Four of Wands here, there is a sense that you do have financial security. You are working on this. You are focused. But your obstacle is that you feel like you don't have enough. You know, the Pentacles also represent your sense of self-worth. So it's as if you feel like you don't have enough to offer the world. You don't have enough to offer in your place of employment, or to your family. There's a sense that you are not enough, a little bit of a sense of that. And that's why I think I'm getting this strong message about stepping into who you truly are and recognizing just how special you are, Capricorn, how valuable your skills and talent are, that you really don't have to be anything more than yourself, because you are enough. Really interesting message. I feel like this is a month where you're going to step into that energy of recognizing, I'm going to follow my heart. I'm going to honor myself. I'm going to honor my path. And by doing that, you're going to be able to shine your light more and actually attract more positive energy into your life. So let's see what your strength is this month. Six of Swords, being able to move on from, turbulent waters into calmer waters. Being able to communicate what it is that you want or what that you need. Being able to communicate your ideas clearly, your emotions, your feelings. And, this is in your career and money sector. So that means being able to share your ideas at work in a very coherent way. And, the Six of Swords is a sense of victory. Being able to share your needs, your physical needs, or what it is that the emotional support you may want from your friends and family, being able to communicate that clearly so that you can move out of this sense of not having enough into the sense of victory, right? With the Four of Wands, one of my favorite cards in the book, in the tarot, because it's, that energy of happy family, celebrating, having everything that it is that you want. And I feel like part of this is this time for healing, is being able to heal a sense of yourself. Helps also to heal whatever you may consider your family or your financial situation. So let's take a look at, an obstacle that's on your path that could be part of your soul's path of learning or your lessons, your evolution. The Moon, your fears. The Moon card represents our fears, our subconscious fears, our fears of not being enough, our fears of our skills and talent not being enough in order to, gain the success that it is that we want, or the financial stability, or the happy family. The Moon card, I'm getting a sense that, it's a need to almost like take a look at your fears. You may not want to actually face your fears. You see how she has her back to us? It's almost as if you're turning your back on what it is that you are subconsciously afraid of. So I do want to clarify this one so we can get you the Moon again. Six of Swords, Five of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. I feel like it does have to do with your work. There's this sense of, look at this. We have the Moon and the Six of Swords again. This is something that you can overcome. But it is going to take, this is, the Five of Wands is conflict. The Five of Wands is competition. It is a fear that's coming out of this sense that you don't have enough because you can't compete for some reason. You can't compete in order to be honored. That your skills, your talents are not good enough to be in the competition in your career and money sector. So there's this sense of taking a look at it and understanding that we are all unique in our own way, that we all have special gifts and talents. And it's not about comparing your gifts and talents with the gifts and talents of other people around you. Since this is your career and money sector, you may be comparing your how you perform at work with your other coworkers. You could be comparing even to where you thought you would be at this point. So maybe you started your job 3 years ago and you thought you would have been promoted or you would have gotten more pay raises or something like that. There's a sense of comparing or being worried about competition. With your money sector, it could be that you're comparing how much money you make to how much money your friends make, or how much money, or the things, comparing the material things that your friends or your family have compared to what you have. There's a sense of taking a really good look at that. of understanding that that is negative energy. Whenever we're concentrating on, what we don't have or what we don't think we're worth, or concerned about the competition or what other people have or are worth or are doing, right? When we're in that energy, that's actually negative energy. And when you're focused on that, then the problem is that you can't move on from, this is turbulent energy, right? Move on from those turbulent waters into the more peaceful, calming waters. And the way to do that is to focus on being grateful for what you do have, of honoring yourself, of honoring your wishes and dreams, of following your true heart's desire, of being grateful for the things that you have, the job that you have, the career, where it is, concentrating on where you would like to go instead of what has happened in the past. It's, if you notice, she has her back to the past, right? It's kind of like, okay, I'm not focusing on that. I'm only focusing on where I'm going and where it is that I want to get. That helps us to move out of those turbulent waters. But the biggest thing with this honoring path, they keep coming back to this. The healing occurs when you go within and you understand that you are enough, just the way you are, Capricorn. You're the only one that is kind of in this game of competition. You're creating a lot of this conflict and competition and sense of a lack in your own mind. Now, we all know that, everybody judges, right? There's that sense of that. But it's when you step into this energy, even if you are somewhat in a toxic environment at work where there is maybe a lot of competition or cutthroat behavior, right? That when you stay in alignment with who you are and try to put the blinders on what everybody else is doing, your light will shine and you will be recognized because you're not trying to be somebody else. You're stepping into this energy of being truly who you are and honoring yourself, honoring your own light. By honoring your own light, your own skills, your own gifts, your own talents, then you will be recognized by those that are around you in your career sector. Really interesting. I think that it's a great message for everyone, right? But this is definitely something that I feel like you have been working on for some time. And I think with this Aries energy, we've had the spring equinox. We're stepping into this fresh new zodiac year. This is a time for you to really embrace this new energy and say to yourself every single morning when you're getting ready for work or whatever you do as your morning routine, just really stepping into that energy of saying, you know what, Capricorn, you're pretty awesome. And really say to yourself, pick out some things that are really unique to you. It could be your sense of really building relationships with your clients or with the people that you work with. It's that one-on-one contact perhaps that sets you apart from the rest, or perhaps you're really detail oriented. And so you can really, find those flaws in, whatever you're working on. You can find those because you are so detail oriented. There's something there that is really going to help you to shine your light, and then to be recognized in your work sector. King of Cups. The King of Cups is the master of emotions, of understanding that when you love yourself, you will attract others that also love you. Think about it this way, Capricorn. This is what they're saying to me, is that if you are saying to yourself and maybe even to your friends, your family, your coworkers, oh, I'm not good enough, I don't have enough, and you're verbalizing this. You may be talking to yourself in the mirror or even saying, to your friends and family, oh, I wish I got paid more, or, I wish they would recognize me more at work. Like you're in that energy, that negative energy, right? Those emotions are what is driving your light. If you're talking about how dim your light is, right? Your light is dimming. You're dimming your own light. No one else is dimming your light. You are dimming your light. But when you look in the mirror and you truly recognize just how valuable and wonderful you are, how bright your light is, and you shine your light, then your energy goes up, and so do your emotions. It's really hard. When we're honest, it's really hard to be in a high vibration when we're in this type of energy. This type of energy also does not bring us the type of energy, does not allow us to be in alignment with our true soul's path. And because of that, we aren't shining our light as bright as if we are stepping into loving ourselves and loving our light and understanding that our gifts are really just so valuable. Everybody brings something different to the table. If we were all the same, that would be really boring, right? So don't compare yourself to others. Really step into this energy of knowing just how special you are and then shining your light. So what's the, Ace of Wands. Oh, this is lovely. That is what turns everything around for you, right? The Ace of Wands is once you step into loving yourself, loving your light, shining your light, trying to eliminate this type of energy. When you feel this coming in, turn it around and love yourself. The way to get out of fear is to love yourself. There's only fear and love. So whenever the fears pop up, start loving yourself. Just start naming all those things that you love about yourself, you love about your life, you love about the money that you have. Turn it around and be grateful. And when you do, there's going to be this switch. It's like automatically, that's how I feel. Like you get this switch and it's kind of like all of a sudden everything falls into alignment for you. And I really think that comes back to turning this, knowledge into wisdom. You're taking all of these lessons that you're learning and suddenly you're like, yeah, all I have to do, and I know it's not easy, but all I have to do is start loving on myself, of recognizing just how special I am and coming into alignment with that. And it takes time, doesn't it? It takes time and patience. You have that patience with yourself while you're doing this. Just start trying to recognize when you have those negative emotions coming in. The King of Cups is the master of the emotions. So, somebody that is a reverse King of Cups, right? They're on that emotional roller coaster. They're having a good day when all the external validation is coming in, and then they have a bad day when nobody likes what they're doing, right? The King of Cups is the master of his own emotions. He knows that he can control that trough and peak. He controls it when he realizes that his validation, his honoring comes from within, not from on the external. Wow, really interesting. And I'm glad to see that, you do have this Ace of Wands here, this new energy of coming into, I think you really do come into this energy of knowing just how valuable and special, unique your skills and talents are. Okay, am I consistently showing up? Oh my goodness, is this not perfect? Because it goes with this King of Cups. Keeping things consistent instead of going up and down all the time. So let's see what it says. Some trade their dreams for comfort. Yet comfort is the enemy of progress. Success requires showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it, and even when it feels uncomfortable. It takes guts and an endless vision to stay consistent to your dream. So, that's one thing to keep in mind. What is your dream of the Four of Wands? What is your financial stability dream? What is worth celebrating in your life, right? What is it that you want in your life that maybe you don't have, but that you want to move towards, right? You want to move towards these calmer waters. So what is it that you want? And then staying focused on that and asking yourself every single day, even when you have a bad day, even when nobody's honoring your path, are you honoring your own path? Are you keeping those emotions in check? And then just really consistently showing up, every single day. It's kind of like, if you've ever been on a diet, right? And you're really good one day, right? And, maybe, I don't know, maybe you lose, a tenth of a pound or whatever. But you feel really good about yourself. But then the next day, you don't show up for the diet. you eat the ice cream or the chips or whatever, right? You go completely wild and then you gain weight. So then you don't feel good about yourself. It's because when you come into alignment with what you really want for yourself, when you're saying to yourself, I really want to celebrate me. I want to celebrate my financial stability. I want to honor the path that I am here to walk. When you consistently show up for that, then the universe is behind you. Everything will fall into alignment for you. Life won't be quite so hard. It's almost as if, things come much easier. And it doesn't mean you won't have obstacles or, disappointments in your life. But it is, things will kind of start moving in your direction for you. Security. I choose to feel secure and to work so that my bank account is full. I'm really pulling out the secure though, because that is really what this is, right? It's about honoring yourself, honoring what it is that you want that will bring you this financial security, but also the security perhaps for your family or what you want for yourself long term. Really lovely message here. So Capricorn, I'm going to leave it there. I do personal readings. The link is in the description box below. And I do wish you so much love and light in this situation and all your situations. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.